Welcome, my dear friends and loved ones. Today is yet another great day in this wonderful place, this terrible place, this beautiful place that we oftentimes call the real world. Have you ever walked a sandy shore only to find that what lies beyond is not a sea, but instead the cosmos? Have you ever swam in the ocean of thought? Do you think you would ever dare to traverse the mountain side of a giant's back? If your answer to any of these questions is yes, then perhaps, like our adventurers, you have traveled through the dreaming. Much like the real world, the dreaming holds many mysteries, some of which can be answered, and many of which only bring about more questions. Unlike our adventurers, you may travel the dreaming and be lost, but they have found a destination in a far off isle, one protected by an old god. I'll stop myself there because it is not my place to tell you what has happened or even what will happen. I'm just your narrator, your eyes and ears. I make sure you understand exactly what it is that is happening around you. No, if you truly do want insights into the past or the future, well, there's one person you should look towards. And that person is the one who does the recap.
Pick me, pick me.
I pick you, Ben.
Okay. We started in Eden. We finally got the band back together. And started off with Gloom Atlantis and Stark going down to speak to Dreon and retrieved an amulet. That was the Station of the Kings, which he got from his father. Dream did some prep work in the Dream Realm to shore up the defenses for this evening's activities. And then Atlantis went scried with the ocean and angered Dina, the unyielding tide. And everyone was thrown to the bottom of the sea, where a primordial dragon of some sort is currently snacking. And that was the entirety of the episode.
We love it. We love a quick, succinct, and apropos recap. And you're correct, that does bring us to where we find ourselves now. Deep at the bottom of the seas, outside of the Isle of Eden, wrestling with a great and terrible beast. I believe we were at the top of the round, and I already did my top of the round thing, so I didn't want to forget them. Is that correct? I think that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. We usually leave off at the top of the round.
Mm-hmm.
It is the smartest thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do.
So I believe that will bring us to.
Either Gloom or Stark, looks like. It would be me.
It's Gloom, yeah.
There we go. Very nice. And there's our trouble. All right, Gloombringer.
Okay.
Still in the throes of a harrowing battle with a creature larger than one you've perhaps seen in a great deal of your time, not since traveling through the astral world, watching astral dreadnoughts capsize entire fleets. This sea serpent is for sure a match for yourself, let alone this entire fleet.
Hmm. I'm going to. I'm going to. Are you outside of attack range here?
Yep.
Okay.
And I've got a human shield.
Okay, you're on the other side of him. Are you 40
You
feet up?
dare to call me human?
You're stunned.
I can still speak falteringly.
Okie day. I will. Do that. I'll do that. We will cast Synaptic Static. Please make a intelligence saving throw. I'll just place it like here, off the edge of him, away from everybody else.
22.
That will fail. Please take 24 psychic damage.
Copy 24.
You are muddled for 1 minute. Subtract d6 from the number of rolled for your attack rolls, your ability checks, and your constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. You can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of your turns to try to end this effect.
Okay.
Oh.
question
And
is, Stark is inside of a grapple.
yes, I believe so.
Was how? Is there? Would I be able
I
to?
think he
bait and
did a
switch?
misty step to get out.
I didn't.
He
No,
did?
he's still grasped.
No,
Okay.
I have Misty Step.
Would I be able to use a bait and switch to
You
take
did
his
or you
place?
did not Misty Step?
I did not.
Thank you.
Did not.
I don't have that spell.
I was gonna say, I don't think you have that.
I could have sworn someone said something, but no.
Bait and switch. You can expend one superior die, switch places with that creature, provided you spend at least 5 feet of movement, and the creature is willing and isn't incapacitated. Doesn't say anything about about being grappled or whatever. So can I trade places?
It doesn't say that they have to use it, does it?
It's provided you, as in me, spends 5 feet.
I would assume yes. I will
Right.
not.
Right, nice. I'll swim over to my friend Stark and I'll reach a hand in. And we'll switch places. And I'll give you the AC, buddy. It's time for you to be up front. Oh, that's a D8, not a D10. Oh, nice big roll. Please take 7 AC until the end of my next turn.
Oh, you beautiful, beautiful man.
And then I do have Misty Step, so I will.
Alright, there's no reason to
We're gonna go over here near the friends. And I will come down 10 feet when I do Misty. I still have movement, I guess. 5, 10. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use my movement. And I like being, if you're gonna be up at 40, I'm gonna be at 20. I'm gonna go like over here. Way back. As long as I'm within 40. Action, bonus action. Da-da-da. And then I'll look to Chimera and say, snap Atlantis out of it. Let's hit him with everything we've got. And end turn.
Do you say that telepathically, or is it just like a bunch of bubbles coming out of your mouth?
I can speak everywhere and anywhere. I am a space god.
Well, that settles that then.
Thematically, however you want to receive the message.
You Misty Stepped?
I did Misty Step.
So 30 feet?
Yep.
You're a little too far, so I'm gonna move you back.
I also had movement.
Ah,
Like 40 feet of it.
never mind. I lied. I'm not
You
moving.
did. I still love you.
That is the end of your turn movement. Question mark?
Yes.
Start.
So, I do have a question.
You may have an answer.
Would Blood Rain do the thing?
You would not be able to use that here.
Okay.
That's fair.
I apologize if you cannot make it rain underwater.
God.
You still look
So
good and
useless.
have that drip, but you cannot make it rain underwater.
So I'm useless. Understood.
I would say use.
Well, Blood Rain is like the best fucking spell I can. Because it does a lot of healing.
Son put so much work into this character. Can't use Blood Rain. Useless!
Useless.
This is my usual. This is usually
Make an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
why.
Because I'm blasting your ass.
With,
Psychic Lance.
okay.
I don't think the dragon would know what it's getting blasted with, just that it's making an intelligence save, and then it makes a decision whether it wants to use a legendary action.
It's a
That is
14.
fair.
Okay. Let's see.
Did you -6 from it?
No. So we can -6 and it'll still fail.
Or it's a D6, but. Do you want me to roll those or do you want to roll them?
You can roll it.
Okay. Please -4.
So it's a 10.
Okay. 25 psychic.
I'll take half
And-
because I'm going to legendary resist.
Well, would you look at that? Okay. Let me get rid of. I should have mentioned this. Let me get rid of 2 of my sorcery points as I twin spelled it. It's time to swing.
You twin spelled it?
Yes. Oh, excuse me, quickened, not twin. I quickened spell.
I was worried you were gonna target one of your friends with that.
No.
That's good.
21 to hit.
21 will miss. Unless I have any debuffs to AC.
20,
You said
29 to hit.
29 will hit.
Okay.
And the first slam down with your blood-bound warhammer smacks onto one of these hardened scales, and it doesn't seem to penetrate at all. So you swing again.
I will take that. Thank you very much. That'll add on to my blood armor, thankfully. And now that is the end of my turn. Wait, no, hold on. Hold on just a minute. I'm moving. Let's see. How far is that? Okay. I'm I didn't do that. Moving by the sponge. And that'll be the end of my turn.
If you are moving, oh, you have mobile, correct?
Yes.
Mind. Nice. I will, however, legendary action. And you still pretty close, so that's going to be pretty easy to do with my 20-foot reach. We'll get a little tail action.
Something that's disgusting.
21 to hit, start.
That misses.
That misses because shield.
No, because of Gloombringer's AC bonus
Okay.
that he gave me.
And that was legendary. It's gonna go to
My turn?
No, my turn.
Oh.
My first turn. And we will... do I want to use this one or that one? I already used this one. So I can use this one. Oof, that's a big cone. The creature will swim backwards, provoking an opportunity attacks if you would like to take them. Anyone? Anybody?
I don't think I'm in range.
I am unable to. Also, where'd Stark go?
Dark.
Oh, there he is. He's down
there.
there. He was
Yeah.
blending in.
I
Okay.
think
Blending
actually
in.
Stark can't either. So I provoke no
Okay.
opportunity attacks. I need every one of you to make a dexterity saving throw as the creature begins to exhale a 300-foot cone.
Oh, that's big.
I auto fail because I'm stunned.
I imagine I'm not beating their. What I imagine is a 24 AC.
The DC is
Breath
25.
weapons.
Okay.
Okay.
One moment, please. Saving throw.
That's a big cone.
300 feet.
Son, stop giving enemies big cones.
I will fail.
Believe it or not, this is partly a stat block that Wizards of the Coast made. I've just
Stop
iterated on it.
Stop doing it, son.
Yeah, originally it was 30-foot cone, and then Son iterated.
And then I
This is your-
iterated, correct.
Just add a 0.
Times 10.
Anything else? Any things to add to these? No? Okay, the DC was 25. If you fail, you're gonna take 84 cold damage.
Ooh.
I did have some bardic inspirations out. Did I have one? Who did I have them on?
Oh, you have one on me.
It is late now.
It's fine. I just want to make sure we know where they are.
Not that it matters since I'm stunned, but since I'm a water elemental, I partially freeze, which reduces my speed. But again, I'm stunned, so it doesn't matter.
It was. Hold on. I gotta calculate something.
84, you said.
84.
What type of damage?
Cold.
Okay, Chile. Hey, that's a lot of damage.
As the creature lurches backwards in the water with amazing speed, finding its form, flurry of ice cold elemental elements. And Chimera,
Yep.
catching the frost of this impact, you steel yourself and get ready to act. It's your turn.
Oh, I thought you were about to be like, and because you worship dragons, you take half. Okay.
If only.
All right. So, Son, I got a what do you say? Ability and feat question for you.
Sure.
As a Arcana cleric, I have the ability to remove a spell effect of the equivalent level of the healing spell that I deal. So, like, if I were to, for example, cast a 5th level healing spell on Atlantis, that would let me remove a negative effect the equivalent of level 1 through 5.
I think it's specifically talking about actual spells being cast. The effect that he is under is not a spell.
Okay, I'm just going to triple check the language. You could very well be right.
I usually am.
Yeah, if it's verbiage on dispel, then I would side with San. But if it's verbiage on effects,
When you restore HP to an ally with a spell of first level or higher, you can also end one spell equal to or lower than the level of the healing spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it specifically says spell.
that's a spell. Okay.
Okay. I was just hoping I get more benefit out of my 5th level spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
If it were
So,
a spell,
anyway.
yes, but it is not.
Going for the double dip, rightfully
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, but anyways, I'll do action greater resto on our buddy Atlantis there.
He lives. We'll make you a king of the ocean yet.
All right, and can't do anything with my bonus action, so that's turn.
It's me. And Lance is obviously pissed off now. You dare try to humiliate me in my own environment. I will not only break your body, I will crush your mind. And he will reach out with one hand and grasp his fist tightly as he casts Feeble Mind.
I love your initiative, but honey, it's not your turn yet.
Yeah, it is. You didn't interrupt me.
A legendary interrupt you right now.
Well, you had like 30 seconds to interrupt me. But
That's
go ahead.
fair. That is fair.
What? You do that to us all the time. I don't want to. It's too late to do that.
Joseph,
What?
Please wrong.
make a death saving throw. No. The creature again begins to assume its watery form, but it almost pauses and stops. Chris, can you make a check here for me? Social check of your choice based on the message you just sent me.
Social check. We'll go with persuasion, charisma, makes sense.
Okay.
31.
Okay. And as this creature's watery form begins to take shape, it actually begins to shrink in size. More and more until it becomes the size of your average dragon-esque creature. It slowly swims towards Chimera. You receive a telepathic message back.
Y'all might have been joking, but I did try to seduce the dragon.
I'm the bard! That's what I do!
Why weren't you posing then?
Because I'm an evil bard, and I'm okay with killing things. The dragon stares intently at Chimera. Chimera
Sorry,
stares intently at the
I
dragon.
can't type and DM at the same time. I apologize.
The intensity increases.
And
the
it
tension
does
increases.
actually do just that. It approaches Chimera slowly. Seemingly, its hostile intentions calmed for the moment, and there is a deep and intense eye contact made with the Dragonborn.
He challenged it to a staring contest.
The dragon's trying to seduce me. It's a reversal.
Oh, I see. Do not falter, Chimera. I believe in you. You can win this dragon's heart.
Oh, damn. Telepathic conversation is so suspenseful. My imagination is going nuts.
Atlantis is eagerly waiting to see what the fuck happens.
What could they be talking about?
We can pause initiative here.
Oh!
Atlantis, you come to.
I probably begin to do something, but then I feel like I have enough passive insight I could probably tell that it's not as hostile.
It has stopped attacking.
No.
Yes. Passive insight not needed. You can clearly see the creature has stopped attacking you. I'm wondering if Chimera says anything to let you all know here.
Chimera's doing the calm down, hands down motion, and also going to put his pole arm into its holster on his back, signifying just chill.
You. And Lance is gonna huff a little and then wild shape into a shark and swim over here.
Stark is going to bleed a little and sheath his weapon.
Oh, something smells good over here.
And by a little, I mean a lot.
Used to have a little, now I have a lot. I'm still Jenny Ravenswell.
The 90s called.
And though Chimera does not seem to say much, this creature that was once the size of a leviathan seems to have a lot to say. Does anyone speak Primordial?
Oh. I don't know, actually.
I do.
Oh,
Damn it.
I do not.
Deep speech, druidic, and primordial.
You can hear this creature speak with Chimera. Child, know that you are not safe in these waters. See that the emissary of the sea asks for your grave to be a watery one. Why should I heed your pleas, and who hails your divine prowess? As the creature pauses for a moment, it seems that Chimera responds back. But you don't hear Chimera say anything. Just notice that there is intent eye contact. Sardior has no domain here. But I see, child, at risk, and I will not endanger my own kind. This time, I will let you pass. Know that there may not be another. Do not find yourself in the sea, or you and your, as you have said, useful idiots will come to a complete end. Go now, and do not return to the seas. So long as the emissary wields the power of them, the tide will always bend to her will, as will the denizens that live deep within it. And with that, the serpent again begins to shrink even smaller, changing to almost the form of a small water elemental, and then a minnow, and disappearing completely into the sea.
Eat it. Atlantis, eat it.
Chimera is going to keep an eye on his band of useful idiots.
It's the size of a minnow. You can eat it.
Even as a shark, he looks pretty pissed off.
And then once the minnow swims away, Chimera, as the minnow is shrinking, Chimera is going to give this dragon a respectful nod or bow, something culturally relevant to dragons, but in that space. And then he's going to point up, and on the telepathic bond say, "We've been given a temporary reprieve, but we are trespassing. It is time for us to leave immediately."
Oh shit, we're trespassing. Let's get our mission over with and get out of here.
And Lannis turns back to normal. I cannot trespass on what I own.
Useful idiot. Be quiet. You're trying to get us all killed again. And with that,
a modicum of patience, young king, might do you and the rest of us a favor. We'll have your kingdom, but not all at once.
Lannis blows a bubble at Gloombringer and starts swimming off.
all right, and Chimera, what is there, 4 of us down here? Chimera is going to cast Long Strider at, I guess, 3rd level. Give everyone an extra 10 feet of movement per turn. So if we're not doing anything else, I guess we got 20 extra feet of movement, and he's just getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'll dash, and I'll give Chimera the option to take a dash for a reaction.
Same. I'll take it.
Because you need to get some air bubbles.
Start.
Almost as if riding a jet stream, you all shoot your way back up towards the top of the ocean. Before you get too far, Chimera, you do notice that the last shape that great worm had taken was that of a pearl, which piques in your mind that perhaps you have met your first ever pearlescent dragon.
Ooh. Fancy. And that's a gemstone too, right? Yeah, has to be.
Yep.
Pearl can't be metallic or...
Technically, no, because pearls are unhatched sea eggs for the most part, or they're super hardened salt.
Salt is a mineral, therefore it's a gemstone?
Question mark? I don't know.
Science?
Science? Question mark? I wish I could be definitive on the answer, but I can't. But I will say, we can you know what? Yeah. Yeah.
Google says that it does count as a gemstone.
Thank you. It is a gemstone. So it is a gemstone dragon.
Ooh, good gemstone
Yeah.
dragon, Ben.
It's an edible gemstone.
I can't wait until we meet the salt dragon.
She's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Very salty.
As you finally break ashore, back to the small island. Above you, however, is a breaking storm overhead. Dream looks to the sky.
You guys all right? What happened? I woke up and there's this tsunami.
I don't wish to talk about it.
We should leave.
The man who's a king without a crown tempted a god of this world.
I did nothing of the sort.
Oh, don't kid yourself, Atlantis. Your mouth's gotten you in trouble more times than not.
They threatened me first.
While you're traipsing around on their yard. We're here for a job, and it's best you remember that.
And whose fault is it that we are here in the first place?
Yes.
Listen,
That's actually a good point, Atlantis. Where is Jadat? Then I'll look to Dream.
They went off with Nemesis before I started prepping.
They what?
Have they not been back?
You just let them traipse off on their own?
You were there.
My memory's all
Was he?
all out of whack after getting slammed by that tsunami.
Or maybe it's the several glasses of wine that you had.
Yeah.
Several
has an effect
bottles,
on me.
more like.
I grade a restoration myself every morning, you know this.
Right, to eliminate the headache,
Precisely.
but not
I recommend
to
it.
eliminate the impaired thinking.
Listen, I would love to spend all day on a beach talking about Gloombringer. I'm sure you know this. But again, we have a fucking job. Where is Jadat?
He's with Nemesis.
I'm just gonna sit down in an imaginary chair in the air.
While this is all happening, Kamir is going to stress to this group one more time. This ocean could have been our grave. If anyone steps foot in this ocean, I will not attempt to save you. It will be your grave. And with that, I'm going to begin ritually casting Water Walk so that my ass doesn't get wet. And I'm going to begin casting it ritually, son, every hour. I am not going in that water.
Yes, well, I didn't plan on going for a swim. No, look to Atlantis.
What?
Dream, can you please be a tad more specific? In which direction did Jadat go?
I'll point towards the temple.
Thank you. Shall we be going?
Is there
Yeah,
food?
it's a long way around the bay.
Is it
Just fly
Chimera?
over. What are you
Is this
talking about?
specific, like, in the water or Island is okay.
Island seems fine. But if you're in a body of water, you will die. We have been given our one warning.
Heard.
Am I interpreting it right?
Yes, you would think that is exactly what it is.
In the water, you're dead. We're having a funeral without a body.
Telepathically, I'll say to everybody, we were a man down in that fight, so it's not 100%, but
I will say this though. You know that there are emissaries of there are emissaries of specifically every part of Eden. So Dana, who you unfortunately have already met, is the emissary of the sea. So she guards over all the seas, and she has put a bounty on your head, it seems. Meaning that there must be other emissaries that you will have to deal with. But that time will come.
I'm just gonna stay right here and not go swimming.
who's
Don't you
going
fly?
swimming?
Forgets they have fly.
Listen, we all knew we were traipsing on whomever's property this is. We're here to get something done, and the quicker we can do that, the quicker we can leave. Dream, do you need anything? Are you safe here? Shall I go fetch Jadot?
We are as safe as we can be, I suppose. I am just waiting for the king to sleep, and we will be on. We'll get. We'll start this show.
Are we telepathically linked to Jadot, are we not?
Should be.
I always forget this. I'll reach out to Jadot. Jadot, we've just run into a little complication. Are you faring okay?
Yes, Nemesis and I have made it to the island. With some difficulty. There is a storm brewing out ahead. You should take cover or shelter wherever you can. Not that it will be too much of a problem. If I
What are you
remember
doing over
correctly,
there?
storms in Eden are, well, very different. What are we doing? Well, don't you remember? I told you. When Nemesis first went to the island, she found that she could not make her way deeper inside. At first I had thought it was simply a trick, but she is quite capable. I figure there must be something else at work, so I have come myself to see, and, well, my hunch was correct. There is some strange magic keeping us from voyaging farther into the island. And, as I have said before, the people of the island, those who watch the jungle, the Vanara, they do not use magic at all. So, there must be something else at work here. What that is, I am not sure. We
Probably
hope
a
to find
higher
some
power
answers.
than that.
Well,
But what do you need to go deeper on the island for? We're here for the train. And you decided to just do this on your own, without any backup?
well, there are some things that we must do to make sure everything happens smoothly. I will explain later.
I'll intimidate. Was it 23? You'll explain now!
I will contest that with just a charisma save. did not think I would need his sheet right now, but lucky it's here. Charisma saving throw. I think I'm gonna pass. It's 23?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you are breaking up. It's hard to hear you due to a bad connection on the island. I'll call you back.
Ugh. I swear, obtaining this train will be the death of me. Thankfully, we have Baron.
There is something else going on here, which you can see here. Not sure why, but Jadot is keeping his secret.
Well, Jadot's across the ocean, heading deeper into the temple, apparently looking for something. Says there's a big storm brewing. Probably best not to go prying. Is anybody bored?
I've had enough entertainment for today.
I'm more hungry than I am bored.
I plan to lay low. The business I have is not in the realm of Eden, but in the realm of dreams. And we have our own issues there. If you don't remember.
Oh, I remember perfectly fine, but our man who's getting us everything we wished and hoped and dreamed for is currently mischieving around on another island without anybody watching him except for our newest attained member of the Magnifique, and I have no idea what he's up to. So, if you think everything's going just fine, that's great. But
We have time. His immediate presence is not mandatory. As long as he's out before we need to leave, he remains unharmed, we should be in no issues.
perhaps you're right. Besides, you couldn't muddle things up worse than Atlantis could.
Dream, I wish to return to the bar immediately.
I am laying low. I am not going to do anything to mess with this reality.
Well, there's that storm that Jadot mentioned.
You mean that one? Points at the sky.
Perhaps we could maybe muster up some type of shelter. Something just easy.
Do any of you have any spare blood?
Why don't you come with me tonight and guard the parapet? I will make you a snack.
Have we taken a short rest, son?
Not yet, but you can start to take a short rest if you like.
Then
I would like to
if-
take a short rest.
Then if it is tonight and I'm provided a snack, I can provide at least some shelter. And Stark will, I suppose, sit down, cross-legged. He'll ritually cast Tiny Hut.
Okay.
And like Gloombringer's just kind of looking around, like expecting something to happen, and then Tiny Hut happens, and he goes, "Ah, yes. See, somebody always brings this."
You watch as Stark lets the blood out from himself. Tiny Hut's only first level, so it's just your 1d6 per spell level, and you're going to see as the blood begins to flow from Stark that it begins to coalesce and create the shape of a hut, a dome that begins to form.
Now, can't say I have any meals to offer you.
Well, Doreen has already suggested that I will get a snack. That is all I need.
The storm continues to rage on overhead, but night quickly draws. Is there anything that y'all specifically want to do in the time that passes? Got a lot of downtime.
Not piss off any gods.
Would like to short rest.
I know the spell Magic Missile. So, holding my new shield rune, shield rune question mark, I'm going to test it the old-fashioned way to see if this rune worked or if I'm back to the drawing board.
I'm actually going to do that.
And it seems you're still in the experimentation phase. The spell begins to work, but unfortunately it flickers. And its potency doesn't seem to withstand. Not yet.
So to anyone watching, I just Magic Missile myself in the face.
Sure, yeah, actually, since we're here. Since I'm the only one who can fucking do this.
Alright, so Son, I'm going to spend the balance of the evening coming up with another shield rune that I'll test out tomorrow.
You think it perhaps is the word you use. Perhaps you need to be more direct.
I'm gonna spend 10 minutes ritually casting heal on myself.
I'm going to take a short rest. Just use some hit dice.
You honestly will have enough time for a long rest.
I can't long
For the
rest.
storm?
I can't. I don't get anything from long rest.
What do you mean?
Son, I have to drink blood before a long rest.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
If you need blood, you could ask.
I will say this
I
though.
did fucking ask!
You have to spend the d6 in spell levels first, and then cast the spell.
That's fine, I get 70 back.
Stark, would there be any negative effects if you were to say feed off of me?
Not that I know of. Maybe some wooziness, ecstasy? I am not sure.
Oh, ecstasy.
I've never fed off an aberrant.
Wait, there's a euphoric feeling attached to this?
Yes.
Oh, that's so intriguing. It's not painful, is it?
Maybe the initial puncture.
And I'll whip out my my tentacle hand, and I'll be like, "Will it hurt more than attaching this to my right hand?"
Probably not.
And I'll take the slug out of my ear and say, "How about this?"
I don't think so, no.
I'll slurp the slug back in. Well, if we're just friends helping friends, I don't see the harm.
Please stop.
Is it?
Detachable body.
Is it not possible for you two to get a room?
This is the room.
Atlantis. Easy. This is just helping a friend out here.
Is that what you call it? The euphoria.
Well, I mean, when in Eden, I'll pull a glass of wine out of my bag of holding.
While watching this, Chimera asks, just to clarify, Stark, the side effects such as euphoria,
Mm-hmm.
is that for you or for him? Kind of ambiguous.
It's actually. How should I put this? Yes, both.
Gross.
It's mutual. You're welcome to try.
I'm going to my corner of the hut.
But it's kind of like he's already sitting on the ground. And he just scooches himself so he's facing away and continues to pout and seethe.
And I'll unsheathe my forearm. Will this do?
Sure. Though, if you do start feeling a little dizzy, fight back. And Stark will tear into Gloombringer's arm with his fang.
Oh.
Stark, make a Constitution saving throw.
With bardic inspiration.
Okay, what's the bardic?
D10.
A 27.
As soon as the blood, or whatever this Icarus liquid is, begins to touch your lips, you immediately begin to retch. And you save yourself from vomiting out the blood that is within your body, and only spit out the black gook that came from the Gloombringer. This creature is not dead.
Oh, what's the matter? Did I do something?
This is not blood. Ah.
Oh, well, I guess it's changed a bit from how I used to remember it.
Any
Perhaps it was
humanoid
it was the-
creature would be a great meal, but this, whatever Gloombringer is, it has assaulted not only your sensibilities but your senses. And lucky for you, you are strong with mind and body. You don't find yourself as dizzy as you would expect to be if you had not been able to stop yourself from drinking.
And, sure. So does the thing work the same as Masquerade? Where if you lick?
Yes, but you don't want to do that.
It's courtesy. I have to.
Okay. Once you do, make another con save for me.
Okay. 24.
Okay.
In Gloombringer, as you watch your gooey blood pool out of the puncture holes, Stark licks the puncture wound, and it disappears.
And Gloombringer's blood is thick, and it pours out of him like silly putty, and falls to the ground in beads.
Oh, I could have taken care of that, Stark.
Yes, but it's a common courtesy for my kind to take care of any visible injury.
Oh well, excuse me. I don't want to be rude. Thank you.
Right, well, now I know that I can't eat aberrant.
And you can't eat me. That's good news.
Are you not aberrant?
Well, yes. Yeah, I guess yes, I am.
Then, yes, this would apply to you too.
Yes, I just don't have to worry about you sneaking around in the evening. I was a little seed of doubt whether or not you could if you wanted to taste like the Gloombringer.
Even if I was starving, I don't think I would drink from you, Gloombringer.
Oh, yes. We understand that now. We don't have to reminisce on it.
I've never tasted blood so vile.
Well, perhaps we could find you something else. There's got to be something around.
And Linus puts his face in his hands and screams a little. Fine. Stark, I need your counsel anyways. Come to me.
But what? Why can't you wait? We are at the precipice of action.
And you want him to be on half a tank? He needs to be strong and ready for the fight ahead.
I'd rather not exhaust myself.
Unlike me, he can't just pop a greater restoration in the morning to kill a hangover. He's a vampire dream. Kind is different.
And does Atlantis now display his forearm?
How much time do we have till bedtime?
Night's drawing near. They could be sleeping at any moment. It's hard to tell exactly when any particular creature goes to sleep, but now would be around the time that the young ones are being tucked in and most people are done with their day's worth of work. If that is how things work here in Eden.
Let's go, and you can eat while we wait.
Oh, well, look at that, Stark. You have Dream's permission. Go ahead.
Very well.
Feels like it's been a while, son. I'm casting Water Walk again.
I'm just gonna assume you keep it up, okay?
Okay.
Then let us doze off. Make yourself comfortable, Stark.
I will give Dream a little bardic inspiration to calm her down. She seems a little impatient. And I'll kind of just serenade everybody to bed until eventually my magic hand takes over and puts me to bed as I listen to the music.
Kettle.
Who else is going into the dreaming?
Technically, I can only take one. Unless you want to homebrew something.
You can only take one because what spell are you using?
Night Terror.
Oh, you're sending one person as a messenger.
Yep.
I got you. There are other ways for you to do it, so you can definitely take everyone if you would like to. I would say that Dream of the Blue Veil allows you to go into the dreamscape.
Yeah, I can't. Let's see what the. How am I doing on spell slots?
You did use the Blue Veil to get to Eden in the first place. And when you traveled there, you traveled through the dream world.
That's true, but I don't think I can do that and still cast all these other spells.
Don't forget that if you're in the dreaming, spells are free for pressing.
Oh, really?
You forgot?
I'm not aware where that is written down.
Dream spells are
I'll take
Future
it.
Crescent in the dream world.
Perfect.
That's what makes her more powerful in the dream world than you being, than you, and then you're more powerful than her in the material.
And then I am going to take all of these back. Okay, and we can go and weather the storm in the dreaming. Any other takers?
I'll go. Wimbinger wants to be involved. I gave you a bardic inspiration, and I've short rested. I'm back at full health. I'm only missing slots.
Chimera, Atlantis?
Fine.
Will I still get the benefits of a long rest?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because
Well,
Son, you shit up.
stipulation being that you are not attacked by any nightmare creatures that siphon your well rest. Not that that will happen, or not that that won't happen. But I just, full disclosure.
Mm-hmm. I'm the new guy. I'll go along with it. Seems like everyone else is saying this.
Everyone can take your long rests, except for Stark. You haven't eaten yet. But in the dreaming, you can take your full amount of hit points. And we're going to take a quick break here. When we return, we will find what is on the other side of the dream veil. Give us about 10, 15. Need to go check on things. Probably be back.
I should have just
Welcome back. Glad to have you yet again as we delve into the dreaming. Thank you for your patience. The dreaming is a place that you are quite familiar with, Dream, and even more so, your partner, Crescent, who you could say was born here. In the dreaming, you find yourself walking a misty path towards the destination of many dreams, all of them like portals leading to the subconscious mind of the dreamers of Eden. The question is, which doorway will you take?
I am going to lead everyone back to the king, where I have a large dream catcher ward and an illusory crescent, shadow of crescent, standing guard. Here's where we'll confront the king. But in the meantime, I offered you a snack. Crescent, if you will. I believe the request was seafood. Crescent will.
She kind of grimaces, but continues on.
Crescent will kind of snort a puff of dust that coalesces into a sea elf. A young maiden who looks very eager to neck.
Is it dinner time already? I would look away if I were any of you. As I suppose Stark digs in.
And are you feeding until this creature has passed on?
Yes.
Okay. And somewhere in Eden, a sea elf dies in his sleep.
Much better.
That sate your appetite.
Very much so, yes. Thank you, Dream. As Stark wipes off the blood from his lips.
When you awake, you will not take one level of exhaustion.
Right. So, what? We wait until the king arrives?
Well, he must fall asleep. And once he does, we will pay him a visit.
So more waiting around then.
I mean, you could
As you say
you
this,
could go for a
Atlantis,
swim.
yeah, as you say this, Atlantis, you look around and you see that there's many portals and doorways. Some are open, which you may think means that someone is dreaming, as the doorways that are open show people in their dreams. Some in nightmares, some having wonderful, beautiful feasts, And you actually catch sight of a familiar underwater ruin in one of these portals.
I'll approach the portal and just look into it to see if I can tell.
I wouldn't go in that one if I were you. We have a little bit of a understanding.
You look in and see yourself, Atlantis, swimming deeper into a ruin and disappearing further on in the way you can find any visual. You look back to Dream, who's just warned you.
Get mad at me later if you wish, Dream. And Atlantis steps into the portal.
Oh, you fuck.
You step back into the sea. On the other side is again that ruin, but somehow it is darker, more turbulent. The stone seems more worn, as if it's falling apart now, more than ever in front of your very eyes. The whole world now seems more somber, more treacherous. The shadows illuminated underneath the sea span for miles.
Doesn't appear anything is attacking me immediately, so... Yeah, we'll follow in. See where I went.
And deep into the ruins, you find again that place that Dreon had spent what seems like their free time, singing not only to themselves, but to the ocean itself. That somber song once again. When you approach, you find Dreon again in that same place. Tears of a siren. You know, and you've seen it yourself, they are not drops of water, but instead crystals almost, that fall from their eyes and drop to the ocean floor. This place feels even more lonely now than it did in the waking. Dreon looks to a pool nearby them. Inside, their reflection stares back. And you can hear its words. It berates. It shames. All in all, it continues to tell Dreon just how much suffering they deserve. And how the suffering they feel now is only a fraction of what is to come. Soon the reflection turns into one of a creature you haven't seen yet, but that bears great resemblance to Dreon. An older Triton, one that wears a crown and is embellished in many different jewels of the sea. His deep booming voice echoes. And should you choose another over your own people, know that there is a fate worse than death, and you will live it for eternity.
Lance is gonna step forward and say, your father looks and sounds as insufferable as I had imagined.
You You are truly here this time. Dreaming.
Yes, I do believe so. And Lance kind of looks around, seeing if he sees the other him or if it's gone already. I have a friend who specializes in the dreaming. And, well, I was bored. Decided I'd pop in.
You should not trespass on others' dreams. I told your friend this as well.
Yes, but when I see myself swimming around, I can't help but get a little curious.
Throughout looks a little embarrassed. It is not my fault what permeates my thoughts.
Fair enough. I often find myself unable to control my dreams, though lately I only have the one dream.
It is not safe here. This nightmare. It is only going to take a turn for the worse.
I'm actually thinking. It'll only get worse if you let it, you know. Why stand idly by, listening to the words of someone who doesn't care for you?
As you say this, ruins begin to crumble. The voice booms, seemingly from all around, shaking the sea. You again choose another over your people. You have not learned your lesson. I cannot change what has already happened. And I cannot change what I have been sentenced to.
Then it is a good thing I am here. Your nightmares may Your nightmares may hold you in its clutches, but it holds no such sway against me.
See you buried under all of this grief, and even more so now. Everyone doesn't move from their spot as rocks begin to fall all around. Go.
Atlantis is gonna hold a hand out to Adrian and say, "Then come with me."
I can't make the same mistakes again. I must learn from my lessons.
And what exactly is there to learn? From what I know, your own father spurned you.
Karen seems to think about it. To reach them, excuse me, underneath tide or landslide guilt. As they reach forward, once their hand is yours, the rock ceases.
You have more control than you think, Trion.
This is how it played out before. I did not expect that. Thank you, Atlantis.
It is the duty of a king to see that his people are taken care of.
You sound like the good parts of my father. The parts that had taught me all that I need to know to rule my kingdom.
Yes, I suppose my own father was more caring than yours.
That throne, it is the bane of my existence. I am still heir to it, after all this. Would you believe it? To serve out nobility and myself, bound by a task I never wanted. You saved me again from this nightmare. Thank you. But you should go. Dreams are not a place you should trespass.
That is truly what you wish, then I shall go. My curiosity is sated for the moment, and it was good to see you again. You should know that it may be more difficult to visit you in the real world. It seems that your guardian has taken a liking to me and my party.
As you turn to swim away, Dreon reaches for your arm.
And stop and look back at them.
Perhaps then you stay a while. As we fade to black. Back at the crossroads of dreams, you just watched Atlantis plunge into a familiar dreamscape that you are not welcome in.
So I know I'm the new guy here, but it's just generally accepted that he's going to be the cause of all of our deaths.
It's usually this one's fault, pointing at Stark. But
honestly,
Taking turns lately.
I think I should just stop trying to keep his soul safe at this point.
You'll quickly find out, Chimera, that we're all free to make our own choices here.
Yes, I'm fine
And-
with that, but
You'll
There's a
also
certain
learn
point
that
where-
your choices have little higher consequences.
Oh, only an idiot wouldn't know that.
What did you say, Chimera?
no. So I agree. Choices do have consequences. I will not allow his grave to be mine.
Nothing says we can't watch the dreams. Just don't delve into them.
Really, it's only that one. The rest of them are fair game.
Really?
Or we could go about what we were doing.
Well, we're waiting for the king to fall asleep, no?
I'll look up at Crescent.
And she shakes her head, no, not yet. But she does say to you, if we knew where he was, we might be able to induce his sleep. But that might not go unnoticed. Seems like it should be a good impression.
Why rush the inevitable? In fact, the more tired he is, the better for us.
And, dream, are these only dreams from the realm of Eden? Or does this span across several realms?
Well, yes and no. You hear there is every being that ever has dreamt and ever will dream will come here. But this place tends to act like the people watching it. So if you are familiar with local geometry, that is how this is going to be set up. And you need to expand your mind if you want to transverse realms.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I guess, Stark's going to scan. What are these doorways?
Yeah.
He's going to scan all the doorways, see if he recognizes any of them.
In one of them, you see Frog. Or excuse me, a Grump. Sitting atop a ledge,
Oh, that is
watching
cool.
the rain fall. It's a somber dream.
Oh, that poor fellow.
And
What must he be thinking?
eventually it leaps.
Oh, no! No! Dream! That grung, it just jumped off of a very, very tall ledge
then as soon as it does, the portal closes as if the dream has ended abruptly.
Is it okay? Did it wake up?
Hard to say once they leave the dreaming.
I hope it woke up. Not even a frog deserves that fate. Especially not a frog. Stark continues to scan the doorways.
And you
Looking
see
for more.
more portals leading to dreams. Those of who seem to be of foreign cultures. You see what seem to be simian type people. You see centaurs. You see raven like people. You even see Duragar.
Durga.
All of them seem to be different peoples of Eden. And Duragar are dwarves of the deep.
I see. So the majority is just people of Eden.
Yeah, you don't see any other creatures or any other anything that alludes to any other planes. You kind of, from what Dream explained, you think that you might actually have to travel further, as in the portals around you are going to be the dreams within this vicinity of you. Not that the dreaming exactly holds a lot of weight when it comes to physical distance or time. It's a construct, but there has to be some way for you to get farther along than just Eden. Dream did mention something about opening up your mind and traversing greater distances.
Okay. Sure. Let's give it a shot. Okay, I guess Stark is gonna sit down. He's going to begin meditating. He's going to dream of, or I guess, think of Torl, the Darkhold, his children, Ophelia.
Okay? Make a wisdom check. And we'll check back in with you. Just hold on to that number. What is everyone else doing?
Sitting in
Dream.
my imaginary chair, waiting.
Dream is standing guard, trying to lay low and keep an eye out for nightmares.
I'll be giving out bardic inspirations as I strum boredly on my harpsichord.
Everyone's got a bardic in now?
Mm-hmm.
Chimera is not doing a single thing. He is sitting quietly and waiting.
Stark, what was your role? Who are
A
you
grand total,
trying to find?
a grand total of 17,
And who are you
and
trying to find?
the wolf.
Whoa. Really?
hmm
Okay. You said 17.
hmm
Dream, can you remind me the modifiers for the dream spell? A creature that's well known.
Um, it is target must be on the same plane of existence.
They are on the dream plane, so it counts.
Choose a creature you know. It's the only condition.
Yep. He knows the creature. And then the modifiers on their save.
That is there's no such condition in the dream spell.
No? Oh, you know what I'm
Nope.
thinking of? I'm thinking of Scry.
Yeah.
Oof, a 15. Stark. Not in Darkhold. But you find that as you open your eyes from your meditation, a new pathway has opened. And it leads to more portals a bit down the way from you. As you walk towards them, you see that there are dreams of drow, driders. There are dreams of other subterraneous creatures like like hook hoarders and neogoths and beholders. And amongst them, the portal or the doorway to a dream that you're looking for glows in a deep crimson red. It's open.
Stark will approach the doorway and peer in.
On the other side, you see a full moon illuminate the sky. And a man running from the rays of moonlight, attempting to hide in the shadow of trees, only to continue to be scorched by it. Each time it touches a piece of his flesh, his skin begins to turn into that of a beast. Thick fur and claws growing on his hands where a ray cuts across his forearm. He rears back and continues to run deeper into the forest. But as much as he tries, the rays of the moonlight continue to catch up to him. More and more so, he continues to be turned into a beast, until he dives deep into a cave and cowers in the corner. Slowly, ominously, the moonlight continues to creep into the cave until he has nowhere else to go. The full moonlight shone on him. He becomes a terrible werewolf. The dream turns blood red, and he finds himself in the center of a village, the center of carnage. Many, many have died, and he's covered in blood of innocents. There are screams, and a mob begins to surround him.
Dream, you mentioned that all other Dreams are free game, yes?
You have wandered off. Dream is nowhere around.
Really?
I think not.
You can easily yell back towards them.
I have a telepathic bond. Would that work here?
All dreams have consequences, and Atlantis has already broken the only no trespass that I had been made aware of. So sure, go nuts.
Perfect. I will see you in but a moment.
Let's hope so.
Stark steps through the doorway.
All right, we're not gonna fade to that dream because I don't have that ready. We'll revisit that later. As Stark steps through the dream, Crescent kind of shakes her head. It's always like this.
There's no advising fools.
And she kind of turned towards you and lends a weary eye towards Chimera before she whispers back to you. There's a lot to be said about our new arrival.
I know you don't have any direct dealings with Sardior. Do you two have some history?
No, that is not it at all, but they had faced a great war deep under the sea, one that was commanded by the emissary. Our new Dragonborn was able to come to some sort of truce with them. Called them their child. I do not know how much you know about Dragonborn. Other dragons do not recognize them as kin. Dragonborn were created as a slave race on the main plane, where we are from. Crafted from the blood of those ancient ones, much like kobolds. Ancient dragons, especially great ones, would see them as, well, pawns. There is much respect commanded from this creature. I believe there is more to be had to its story, more than we're being told.
You certainly make an interesting point. So, Chimera, what exactly did this Jadot fellow do to you to raise your ire?
He stole from Sardior a vault under his protection. Sent petty thieves in while he stood along the sides as their benefactor, as their bank, as their money man. The thieves have been dealt with. The thieves gave him up in moments.
I suspect that didn't save their lives.
They received the justice that their laws prescribe in their home. The same justice will be meted out to Jadot, who stole from a god.
So what is it you need, want, I take it?
A relic of the past. A relic which Sardior guards very jealously.
So we force Jadot to give this relic back, and everything's okay.
The relic is on the train.
Lovely. Well, it looks like you're in line to want to obtain this train as well. Once it's ours, you can have whatever you want from it. Fine. Take 3 artifacts.
Just need the one.
We can consider it interest.
That is all I seek.
Fair enough.
Crescent eyes you primarily. Not one to speak to anyone else besides Dream for the first time, Crescent addresses someone in the party. In Draconic, of course. And what is this artifact Sardior holds so close to themselves?
If Sardior wished you to know, you would know. It is not for me to question the wisdom of the gods.
That is to say that you do not know either.
Why do you ask, Crescent?
You don't speak
Is it out of
Draconic, do you?
curiosity? Or is it
Do you speak Draconic, Moonbringer?
out of fear? Yes.
There is something to be said about secrets and fears. There is something even more to be said about vision quests between clerics. They often lead to holy crusades. And
Vision quest.
Sardior is not one to shy away from such crusades. If you have ever met a player of the game, you have not met one better than Sardior. The same could be said of his clerics.
Very, very kind words. But I do not actually play the game. I rather enjoy the role afforded by being neutral as a referee. Every game has rules. I like to stand in the middle and judge.
I like to weave in between them.
What do you know of the game? I do not believe you've ever played Crescent.
Yes, but we all know that the ramifications happen at a large scale. Whether or not you play dictates whether you are a player or a pawn. I thought myself removed from such things, but yet, here you are.
Indeed, here I am.
Who are you really?
That's a loaded question.
One that I believe you know exactly what I'm aiming at.
If you were aiming in that direction, you know it might not be wise to attempt to play a game with someone who you believe is a master. I'm not saying I am.
But you are saying you are not.
I'm saying you believe it to be, and perception is reality. We are in the dream realm where everything seems real. How am I aware of this and you are not?
So then you should be wary that this is my realm. And Crescent begins to puff herself up a little and grows a little in stature. That I hold the power here.
You may feel that way.
Let's calm down. There's no need to be hasty. We have a job to do.
Exactly, Crest.
Show your true self to those you hide.
Crescent, you can level all the threats you want, but they are petty, as we know that you are only here because of Sardior's kindness. So why question the person who is ultimately in control of this realm with a single thought?
Sardior does not control me. I am a child of the dreaming. This is exactly what I mean. His arrogance flows unto you, and it is not unseen by me. I will ask again. Show your true self to those you hide amongst.
I don't know what you expect of me.
Dream, you can see very clearly that Crescent is very ruffled. You don't know a lot of her past life before she came to the dreaming, but you've also never seen her angry. And
Is
she's
this
very clearly angry.
is this truly necessary? I'm sure we all have our secrets here at the Cirque, but as long as we're working towards a higher purpose, what does it matter?
Now, Chimera, we have just met. You have not met the Gede yet. And I must ask, what are your intentions after Drian, I'm sorry, Jadat, has been served his justice?
I am to reclaim what has been stolen and then leverage that item for Sardior's will. It's the next phase does not pertain to the material plane. It is all about the giant cycles of time.
Did you honestly think you were going to get any other type of answer? Dream, you do the same yourself. We're seriously just wasting time here.
I assure you, no harm will come to you once this item has been returned. It's been in Sardior's possession for millennia. It's simply too powerful to be left in the hands of foolish mortals like yourselves, like Jadot.
I'm certainly not mortal. You haven't been here for that long. You come with quite a few assumptions.
Dream is gonna turn her back on Chimera and go and console Crescent. Try and talk Crescent down.
The worst kind of creature is one that will lie through a wicked grin. And you have met it. She produces a dragon scale that looks more like a mirror. And in the reflection of the mirror, you can see, just as she hands it to you, it's like the size of a hand mirror. You can see behind you, Gloombringer in the mirror, flip it over. You don't see Chimera. Instead, you see
Dream will hand the mirror back to Crescent. Come now. Haven't you learnt anything about our centuries together? We'll find a way.
Gloombringer will lean into Chimera and say, "Listen, I'll be straight with you. I don't really care what your intentions are, as long as those don't interfere with mine. And if you want to get in good at the Magnifique, it's best you get in with the Gede."
We have yet to have a real conversation. Sometime I should understand your motivation, what you seek.
Power! And I'll hand you a glass of wine. Offer you a glass of wine.
I'll take it. I'll drink.
And
And
almost
I'll
instantaneously, a second glass is pulled out with my mage hand and filled.
And Chimera is going to raise his glass and toast to Gloombringer's power. That does not interfere with my objectives whatsoever.
And whatever it is you seek in this world, Chimera, shall we obtain it? And you have come to understand what the Magnifique is all about. Ah, I have high hopes for you, Chimera. Perhaps I've misunderstood clerics.
There are many clerics, many different kinds, many different motives. Thank you for having an open mind. And please be assured, power is not a zero-sum game. My motives will not impact your ability to gain power.
Well, as long as I'm being honest, I can't lie. I had my doubts about you. Prejudices, I guess.
I tend to be a free-willed spirit, but something about clerical orders just rubbed me the wrong way. But you're different. You have this edge about you.
Yes. I've heard that before. You see, most people deal with clerics who are aligned to gods of good and gods of evil. Sardior is a god of neutrality. So you can trust in my apathy.
Well, perhaps we should discuss more of this Sardior you speak of. I've always known my people got one thing right, and that was that dragons are sources of great wisdom and power, beauty. Ought to be respected. And, well, on that note, Crescent is part of the party, so try to get along.
Of course, I had nothing but goodwill towards Crescent before this conversation. It's Crescent who came with knives out.
She doesn't speak often, but she does have a vicious bite. But also a tender touch. She's an interesting creature.
She is acting like a child.
The child, being consoled, looks towards the portal as it begins to open. It is time. Hold on one second, I'm getting a DM.
Whispers. Who's whispering?
Who isn't whispering?
Okay. Okay, alright. And a dream. Crescent has alerted you that the portal to the King's Dream has opened.
Perfect. It's time. I think if Crescent, let's go. If you two can hold here, this ward should keep all the nightmares from swarming. I hope that the hole is enough to still draw on their powers. I look to Crescent for reaffirmation.
And she nods. She's still staring daggers at Chimera, but she nods nonetheless.
And let's go get a train. Dream and Crescent will go through the portal.
And step into the dream of the king of the Tritons of Eden. Before you, a sprawling and beautiful kingdom. Above it swims a man alone. A Triton, regaled in plain clothes, looking out across the entire sea. As we fade back to the crossroad of dreams, where Chimera and Moonbringer have been left.
So just Gloom and Chimera hanging out?
Left with all of these portals to tend to, and the reassurance that you are protected from nightmares.
Well, keep an eye out. Even though Dream says we're protected, this terror of night has been able to bypass her defenses before.
Chimera will give a look around and just do a quick perception on if there's anything visible or scrying orbs, stuff like that.
Nothing in particular that piques your interest, except you do see, in your quick glance around, portal open up. Two, side by side, actually. In one portal, you see Nemesis. She dances in a wedding dress with a man whose face seems blurred. You sense already from the tone and colors of her dream that it is soon to become a nightmare. Or is already. On the other side, you see Jada racing up the side of a mountain. One that looks like the mountain you've seen in the distance, in the center of the island. He's rushing towards them.
And I guess meta question: do you have invisibility? Access to invisibility, Chris? I know you normally tend to, so that's a question. Want to know. Still muted.
He's still muted.
Chris?
Sorry, Capo just came in and needed to talk about dog pee. Very
Fair enough.
important stuff.
I love Capo. Tell her I
do
said
you
hi.
do you have access to invisibility, Chris?
No, I don't even know if that's a cleric spell.
Well, you have your arcane will dabble, so I was curious. I will reach over and I will tap you on the shoulder.
I have the ability to see invisible things.
Okay. I will tap you on the shoulder, and with my rapier, which is also my harpsichord, and I will give you invisibility, and I will say, "Do what you must, Chimera. I'll be fine."
Sorry, I really do apologize. I think I missed something. So Nemesis was having a dream. It's about to become a nightmare.
And also,
And now
Jadot was having a dream about chasing up the stairs of a ruin.
Chasing up the mountainside, and it's the mountainside that you've seen in the center of the island of Eden.
And I have turned you invisible and said, "Do what you must."
I'll keep an eye on Jadot out of curiosity, but in practical terms, he's already dead. Why pay him heed?
So you're not going to enter the dream to go and see?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll watch the portal and see if anything interesting happens.
And you can
But
see from afar the faint glimpses of the dream. It seems as though he's rushing towards something. He goes into a temple. There seems to be a calamity inside of the temple of some sort. And when the dream ends, he comes out victorious, holding something in his hand, great power. It shakes the world, and you see him as a god. But without going into the dream, you don't know what transpired. You watched it all happen in real time. And it's almost as if Jadab peers through the dreaming directly at you. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Woo! Wow.
Once again, my lovely lovelies, it is always good to have you here with me. I'm glad you made it. But we are going to do our normal closing time things now, starting with nominations.
That's a tough one.
I think I'm going to say Son. I pulled an audible during that dragon fight, and Son just lived the improv rule of, okay, yes.
Lol. Thank you.
I'll give it to Chimera for actually managing to get us out of the fight.
I was gonna kill you all.
I know you weren't.
No.
You would do that to us.
No, you were not.
Yeah. No, I don't think you guys were gonna survive that one.
I had all of my high power shit in a synaptic static up. No, you were not. I had you right where I wanted you.
I had several legendary actions, and I
Had
hit
you
really
right
hard.
where I wanted to.
Did you?
Yes.
All right, let's run it back.
We were in
Let's run
phase
it back. No,
2
no, 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 no. It's okay. It's
of
okay. It's okay.
the
No, no, no,
3-phase
no, no, no.
plan.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's run it back. Let's try it one more time. Touch the water. I dare you. Go for a swim. I dare you.
Well, Atlantis has.
This guardian has no power over the dream.
Atlantis, do you have a nomination for me?
I'm nominating Chimera for actually getting us out of the fight.
Gloombringer, do you have a nomination?
I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Atlantis for good roleplay, but Chris had good roleplay tonight and got us out of the fight, so 2 points. You win.
Dream?
I nominate Stark because it's been a hot second.
Oh?
Really? That's interesting.
Ideally, that's not how nominations work, but okay. Stark, who is your nomination?
I'll have to go for Gloombringer. For at least attempting to feed me. While I was very, very much bloody.
I was like, optimistic because I'm like, yo, I'm good with pain. Like every freaking astral thing I've done has been immensely painful. So it's like, what's the big deal?
Mm-hmm.
It's for the good of getting me what I want. Then yeah, I'll do it.
And now we know I can't eat you.
And now we know.
Mm.
And I am vampire proof. This is nice. I feel much more comfortable when I'm in Darkhold. Eat me! Eat me!
I think it goes to Chimera.
Yeah.
You're welcome, son.
Our tricksy, devious cleric of Dragoon.
Yo, I'm a cleric. Y'all should trust me. Looking at you, Preston.
Oh, actually, before we end, can I? Oh.
No.
I agree.
No.
I'm gonna roll 13 insight to see whether or not he was being truthful about Sardior, and then I'll chase that up with a history check.
Sardior in what way?
And a 13 history check on is Sardior an actual neutral god?
You don't know much about deities based on your 13, especially not ancient dragon gods, but it does not seem like he was lying. He's been truthful up to this point, as far as you know, and seems pretty blunt and withholds information by telling you they are withholding information.
That's fair. Are you just describing Chris, or are you answering my question?
I'm answering
Okay.
both, honestly. With that being said, y'all, what is the name of tonight's episode?
And Mitch, to answer your previous question, I did not lie once during that conversation.
Okay, all right. I was, just want to know.
Isn't
Just
that
curious.
what I said?
Yeah, no, I'm just making sure it's clear.
Well, now we got double clarity. That's like a crit roll right there.
Not a single lie was said. Maybe some obscurity things. Some things were clear, but
I do say that lies of omission are lies, and there weren't any lies of omission. You did blatantly say, I am not going to speak on those things, which is different than a lie of omission. A lie of omission would be like you breaking something and say, oh no, it's broken? That's terrible. Even though you
I don't know. I think something with dragons. Dragon.
Something
Maybe
with dragons.
Draken.
No, something with dragons it is.
Something with dragons.
I know I'm biased, but I really liked my line on you can trust. What was it? You can trust in my apathy.
I liked that one too. There was a line that literally made like gagged
That
me.
was a good line.
There
Yeah,
was a
that was
couple.
good.
There were a couple of your lines that actually gagged me.
Ooh. I can't believe you killed the fucking frogs.
You can
It
trust
wasn't
my
true.
apathy.
I think Draken.
Apathetic dragons. Just
I
combine
already
them
wrote
both.
down something about dragons.
Well, then that's what it is.
Decided.
Something about dragons.
Imagine dragons.
No.
Radioactive, radioactive.
uh,
I'm gonna plague your dreams with that song now.
That's like one of the few songs from them I like, so I mean, I don't know.
Now you have to sit there dreaming of listening to it on repeat for 8 hours at a time.
Wouldn't be the first time I've done that with a song.
Oh god.
good session,
Even I don't
everybody.
do that.
It was a pleasure being evil with you. Till
As
next
always,
week.
as always. Thank you for joining us, and we do hope to see you all next week when we gather again in the real world. And for now, good night, stream.
Night stream.